Hello students. Mm, So this is an assignment basically on list and data frame. However, you need the knowledge of vector and matrix. Okay. So what you have to do here, this is a table that contains mm, the marks of 6 students in an exam. Okay. And here the first column is the name of the students and second column that is the number the students obtained in mathematics. Similarly, the marks obtained in physics, marks obtained in chemistry, marks obtained in environmental science. Then these columns are empty and you have to complete them. So this is the total. Total means the sum of these four numbers. The sum of all the numbers obtained from all these four subjects. Okay. Then so for this one, the sum of all these four, like for this one, the sum of all these four. Okay, now when you have the sum, the total, then we have to find out what is the percentage of marks they obtained. How to do that? So you have the total marks, then divided by the full marks. So full marks for each subject is 100, so total 400. So total marks divided by 400, and then if you multiply that by 100, then you will get that and the percentage. Okay, then when you have this, then you have to find out if the student got above 80 or not. Okay, so this would be either true or false. True means if this is greater than or equal to 80. So if someone got 80, then it is true. If somebody get 90, then also this is true. Okay, now here all the steps are mentioned. Okay, so first thing to do, define the following variables. Student name. Student name is that is a vector, a character vector containing the names of the students. Then subject names, that means these four, so that is a character vector of these four names. Then marks, that is a matrix of these, this is the matrix. Okay, now when you have that, then the second step, you have to complete these columns. Then how to do that? For that, you have to define some new variables, that is the total. Total is a numeric vector of total marks obtained by the students. Okay, then percentage, then another variable, that is percentage, a numeric vector of percentage of marks obtained by the students. Okay, so percentage equals to total marks obtained divided by total full marks into 100. Okay, then when you have this percentage, then what is that? You have to find out this variable, that is above 80. So above 80, above underscore 80, a logical vector indicating if the percentage is greater than or equal to 80. That means greater or equals to 80. The elements of this vector are either true or false. True if this is greater than equals to 80, and false if not. Okay, so when you have that, that means what? You have defined all these variables. Okay, then your table is complete. So when your table is complete and you have defined all the variables, then go for step 3. Step 3 says define a list. So name marks underscore list, so that is the name of the list. So that list will contain the elements. mm, the elements of that list are these 6 variables. Okay, so each of these variables are an element mm, of this table. Okay, now when you have that list, then define a data frame, and the name of the data frame is marks underscore frame. Okay, that represents the above complete table. Complete table means including all these, the values of these. So then in the data frame, this one, this one, this one, this one, and all these are, each of these are one variable, and these are the observations. Okay, the rows are the observations. So in this way, you have to define the data frame marks underscore frame that represents the above complete table. Now, when you have this list and mark data frame complete, then step 5 says display the list marks underscore list. So basically we use the print command, okay, the print function to display. Then in step 6, display the structure of the list. So you can remember that when we define a list, we can uh, find out the structure, and there is a special function for that. Okay, and when step 6 is done, then go for step 7. The step 7 says display the data frame, and you can do that. How to display the data frame. Then when you have this, then display the structure and summary of the data frame marks underscore frame. So these are the steps you have to do. Now, what is your task? Task number 1, write a single R code, that is R script, for all the 8 steps. So there will be only one R program that may have multiple lines, but that program will do all the steps from 1 to 8. Then, so that is number 1. Then the task 2 is write the output of step 5 to 8. So step 5 says display the list marks underscore list. So whatever you will get from this display, you have to write. Okay. Then whatever you will get from this step, that is also you have to write. Then whatever you will get from this step, that is also you have to write. And from this step, that's you have to write. Okay. So this is your task. So basically, I want to see these two things, and to do these two things, these are the steps you have to follow. Okay. Now, so when I say write a single code, then what we'll do? So what we'll do is uh, basically we'll write a R script. Suppose I write step 1. Okay, that means this is the command that says the following lines will execute the step 1. Suppose the first step was student name. That's for an example. Okay, so I'll define this student name equals to C of character, comma, comma, dot. So that is you have to do complete. Okay, then another variable, suppose marks. Marks is a matrix. Now here you have to write the matrix. You have to define this matrix, this one. Okay, I don't want to write that. You have to do that. So when you have this, so your step 1 is done. Then you write, so write a comment here, step 2. Okay, that says the following lines are for step 2. Then I'll write step 3. Okay, then similarly step 4. Okay, and up to step 8. Okay, and dot that you have to complete. Okay, now so this is your complete program. So first thing, the first task, you have to copy whole this program into a Word file. Suppose this is my new Word file. Now this is your code. This is your first task. So I'll write task 1. Okay. Then this is your task 1. Then task 2. Then what you have to write here? So when you run this step 2 or sorry step 5 to 8, so if I run this step 8, then whatever the output we will get, you have to just copy from here, just select and then copy and then paste it here. Okay, so that is your task. So maybe in task 2 you will write here what was there in step in task 2, write the output of step 4 5 6. So you can write it here. What is that? Output of step 1. Then whatever you will get, write it here. Then similarly, this is for step 2 and so on. Fine. So this is what you have to do. Okay, so this is what the assignment says, and I will upload that in the Google Drive, sorry, Google Classroom, and you do that. Okay. Okay then. Good luck.